Hello, everyone. I'm Pamela Marshall at the Wellness Radio TV and at the Wellness Radio TV podcast. I hope you're having a fantastic moment wherever you are, whatever is going on in your life right now. Just breathe, enjoy your breath, and be thankful. Um, it is that time of year when we get gifts, we give gifts. But the question is, do you give gifts with expectations? Not only gifts, but do you love with expectations? I think about our children and when they are babies, we love them, we take care of them and coo over them and kiss on their little faces and under their neck. And they cannot do anything for us except eat, fill up a diaper, sleep, give us a giggle every now and then, eat, fill up a diaper, smile, sleep. That's all children can do. And when we think about, hey, thank you for joining us, that relationship that we have with our children, we don't have any expectations of them when they're babies. But now, as I am still parenting a 25-year-old, as you all know, parenting doesn't end just because they turn a certain age, but still cultivating a relationship with a 25-year-old. And there, I'm guilty of thinking, well, Brennan, I did this. You ought to do this. I did this. You ought to do this. And that carries over. Hey, Lisa, how are you? That carries over in every other relationship that we have. Hi, Katie. We have expectations of others. That's wrong. We are to pray with expectations, but we are not supposed to love with expectations. We're supposed to love because we enjoy and we are called to love. When we are loving and giving gifts with expectations, we're no better than the Pharisees. When we love unconditionally without expecting anything, you establish a special and rare relationship. That's what we want, anchored on affection that is free and non possessive. How about that? That's why we get hurt. And as we're talking about getting rid of the dirty laundry, emotional dirty laundry that we carry with us, how much emotional dirty laundry can you look in your basket and you see that that emotional dirty laundry is there because you had some expectations? Yes, even with the person that you stand at the altar with and say, I do. Man, do we have some expectations before and after we say, I do. Think of all of the relationships that could have been saved had there. I'm not talking about anybody accepting any ill behavior, abuse, infidelity, not talking about that. But we have some expectations. Um, because I did this, then you should do this. Well, that's not what God's love is about. I gave you a gift, so you should give me a gift. That's not what the love of God is about, because think about how God loved us. Remember when you weren't doing not much of anything for the Lord or to show your thanks? Or how many mornings God has awakened you and you didn't awaken with your eyes open to say thank you? This relationship of not expecting anything, it is a pure and honest relationship because you're not merely using another person to satisfy your desires. Have you ever thought about that? That we use other people to satisfy a longing that we have. So, how do we get to the point that we no longer have expectations of others? We're just going to love them in the same way that we love babies and we take care of babies and love them anyway. How do we do that? I think, first of all, you got to be confident in yourself. I'm not loving you because I want to get something from you. I'm loving you because that is part of who I am. Because if I'm going to love you so that you can love me back, then that means I don't love myself enough. But when you can look in the mirror and you recognize that God has made this magnificent human being called you, and the first love that we should be focused on is the love that God has for us. And let go of those expectations. Let go of any hurt that you're carrying with you because you have loved and didn't get that love in return. Uh, Lisa says here, just went through that yesterday because I'm a believer of Jesus Christ, a Christian. Um, gosh. And what they expect. Hey, Lisa, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see. Jesus Christ, what they expect from us, we have to remember that Jesus came to save the sick. Yeah, yeah. And we have to just love anyway. Release that expectation of getting something because you love or because you got a gift or you gave a gift, rather. Just give it because you've been blessed and let it flow. And I'm going to tell you something. When you start loving in that way and trusting and believing that what you're doing is because you have been loved and you're going to love in that same way, watch the seasons of your life change. Watch the joy in your life come full circle. Watch have the fact that you will now find peace that surpasses other people's expectations or your expectations of them. Watch that change. Just love because it feels good loving. Love because it is good to love. Man, this year is winding up. When I started this on December 1st, and if you've not seen all of the other posts, please go back and take a look at them. I watch them and I get blessed. So I know it's going to be a blessing to you because I know that this is something that God instructed me to do. And I have no idea what I'm going to talk about from day to day. But God is doing something in these little short segments. And prayerfully, they will bless, they will heal and deliver because unless we find peace on this side, because God is everywhere, right? Unless we find peace that surpasses whether we get a gift or not, then how do we see God's face in peace on the other side? Don't worry about receiving from other humans. Just receive the gift of love, joy, and peace from the one who gives from the well that never, ever runs dry. I do appreciate you joining me. We will see you at the top of the hour for the Timbuktu Report with Dr. Rick Stevenson. I'm Pamela Marshall at the Wellness Radio TV and at the Wellness Radio TV podcast. Remember, there is healing at the well. Make it a fantastic moment. We'll see you tomorrow.